Former Chelsea player criticizes what he saw Mohamed Salah doing at Stamford Bridge for Liverpool. Liverpool were undone by a late winner once again as Chelsea win 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. It was a difficult opening 45 minutes for Arne Slot's side as a Moises Caicedo stunner was too much for the debuting Georgi Mamardashvili. An equalizer from Cody Gakpo, cleverly assisted by Alexander Isak, right in front of the keeper, boosted the confidence of the side. Everything fell apart when ESTEVAO WILLIAN finished a brilliant Chelsea move to take the win for the London team. Mohamed Salah was one of the Liverpool players who fans were not pleased with after his overall performance. Pat Nevin says Mohamed Salah is not working hard enough. Salah was once again not in his usual form for the club, with a few missed chances and just not being able to influence the game in his usual way. The former Chelsea player turned pundit Pat Nevin was one of those critical of the Egyptian for his performance in the first half, where the Reds went 1-0 down. Nevin singled out the star for not working hard enough on the right flank to try and get his team back into the game. Speaking to BBC Sport, he explained, "Salah has done very little. He is not even chasing back. That's the way he plays and maybe he has to, because when you need explosive power, he could go and score 2 goals and then he's done the right thing." So far there is nothing coming from there. In the Premier League, you do need everyone working hard, and with the best will in the world, that is not Salah these days. Mohamed Salah is still not getting enough service. One of the key issues with the team and Salah performing so poorly is the fact that the Reds have been focusing on the left flank for their line of attack. The issue with the reduced service for Salah is down to the lack of a Trent Alexander-Arnold type figure down at right back to dictate play. As there have been multiple changes in that position, it has been hard for it to be used as effectively as it once was, and especially as the 3 current choices all bring a slightly different style. While Jeremy Frimpong would seem like the best fit, he acts more like a winger, so it does not work with both him and Salah playing together. Again, it is a question of balance with this Liverpool team more than anything else, and it needs to be sorted quickly. Florian Wirtz emotional as messages flood in amid Liverpool struggles. Florian Wirtz has been sent a number of touching messages from his loved ones as the Liverpool star opened up on his challenging start to life at Anfield. Liverpool star Florian Wirtz watches video messages from his loved one in a feature interview with Sky Sports. Florian Wirtz has made a heartfelt confession following numerous supportive messages from his nearest and dearest during a difficult beginning to his Liverpool journey. The German midfielder is still waiting for his first goal or assist in the Premier League and has faced criticism in certain quarters regarding his displays as Arne Slot's revamped team continues to find its rhythm. Whilst the defending Premier League title holders haven't been at their peak, they entered the concluding round of matches before the October international window sitting proudly at the summit. Nevertheless, they've also endured intense examination following consecutive losses to Crystal Palace and Galatasaray. The Merseysiders will be eager to respond when they travel to Chelsea on Saturday evening. Prior to the fixture, Sky Sports unveiled an exclusive feature film with Wirtz as the German viewed various clips chronicling his journey thus far from his family and friends, including both his mother and father. Following the segment, everyone who participated delivered personal words to Wirtz. Upon viewing them, the attacking midfielder confessed to feeling moved. "It's special and will always be special when you hear so many great things about yourself from people who you admire and respect so much and share so many good moments with them," he remarked. "It's good to hear. You feel directly that your heart is working. It's nice to hear. Yeah, I felt emotional. Especially in the end for the personal messages. It was really nice and I was surprised who made it into the video. But all of them have to be there because these are all people who I shared a lot of great memories with. These are people who I will never forget, so I'm really grateful." Wirtz's mom, Karen, expressed her hopes for his English language development, whilst his dad, Hans, revealed his desire for his son to build strong relationships with everyone at Liverpool. "I know it's sometimes difficult for him to understand the English language at the speed it's spoken," Karen said. "So my wish for him is that he soon understands everyone he speaks to well and always has the appropriate answer ready." Meanwhile, Han said, "I can only wish and hope that he works well there, tries hard to learn a lot, and further strengthens the joy among the people there and has a good dialogue with teammates, the people and the fans in Liverpool." Wirtz has struggled so far at Liverpool. Wirtz's longest-standing childhood mate, Oliver Hall, also featured in the piece and delivered an emotional message expressing his pride in the German. "I'm really, really proud of you. I hope you know that," he said. "I miss you and I'm really excited to see you again in maybe a few weeks. See you, bro." Additionally, Wirtz's former school team manager and one of his FC Köln youth coaches both offered their best wishes for his time at Liverpool. "Florian, "I wish you all the best in Liverpool," expressed his former school coach, Roland Schweikard. "I am very sure you will make a great job there. I watch every game. Do the best." In addition, his previous FC Köln coach, Marcus Dawn, conveyed, "I want to give you big hugs to Liverpool. I wish you the maximum of success in your career in Liverpool. I will be there, hopefully in the next few weeks. The boss always remains the same, you know that. Take care and regards to everyone." Martin Heck, another one of his FC Köln youth coaches, also participated in the feature as he sent an uplifting message to WIRTZ. "Please stay healthy, stay as you are," Heck advised. "You're doing a great job and keep your smiling and your cheeky way on the pitch and no one can stop you." Simon Rolfs, Bayer Leverkusen's managing director of sport, echoed such sentiments after selling WIRTZ to Liverpool in a £116 million deal this summer. "Florian, stay as you are, with this joy to play football every day, with this hunger to win, this hunger to work hard as well and play how you express yourself on the pitch," he encouraged. "That's a great joy for everybody." Enzo Maresca. Liverpool may not fully recover from Diogo Jota's death. Chelsea head coach Enzo Maresca doubts whether Liverpool's players will ever fully recover from the loss of Diogo Jota. The death of Jota at the age of 28 in July following a road accident was a painful reminder for Maresca of when his Sevilla teammate Antonio Puerta died suddenly of a cardiac arrest 18 years ago. Puerta, a wingback who had won one cap for Spain, collapsed during a La Liga game against Getafe in August 2007 and died 3 days later in hospital. Maresca had also been on the pitch at the time. 3 months earlier the pair had played together as Sevilla retained the UEFA Cup, defeating Espanyol on penalties in the final. Puerta hit the winning kick in the shootout, a year after lifting the trophy for the first time by beating Middlesbrough. A year ago, Maresca spoke of the pain of returning to the Olympic Stadium in Athens for Chelsea's Conference League game against Panathinaikos, the same ground where Sevilla had played a postponed Champions League qualifier a week after the death of his teammate. The game against AEK Athens had originally been scheduled for the day that Puerta died. As such, the Italian is all too aware of what Saturday's opponents Liverpool are going through. "It's difficult," he said. "It's also difficult to explain because there is no solution. You have just to deal with it. You cannot be better again." Maresca, who was a senior member of the Sevilla team in 2007, has stayed in contact with Puerta's parents ever since. "You arrive at the training ground. You can imagine the changing room is more or less like this room. You arrive and you see that place empty where every day there was your teammate. It's very sad," he said. "After 20 years, it's the only thing I can say." A visibly emotional Maresca then asked that there be no more questions on the subject. Liverpool force Real Madrid to step up Ibrahima Konate chase with new £53 million plan. It's no secret that Ibrahima Konate has been one of Liverpool's worst players this season. The Frenchman has been the cause of a lot of goals that the Reds have conceded, with Virgil van Dijk having to cover for his partner an awful lot more often than he usually would. It's unclear why Konate has been so off the pace this term, but one consistent thing has been the questions about his future. Although his future shouldn't affect the way that he plays, it's clear that the lack of decisions being made is weighing heavily on his head. Now, however, it feels like Liverpool may have forced Real Madrid's hand into making an offer for the centre-back. Liverpool are seriously interested in Gleisen Bremer with the £53 million price tag too much for Real Madrid. Gleisen Bremer has been linked with a Liverpool move for some time now. The Brazilian currently plays for Juventus and, although he's 28 years old, that hasn't stopped several clubs from showing an interest in him over the last few months. That is, according to Spanish outlet Defensa Central, who share that a few English teams would be willing to spend £53 million to acquire his services in the future. However, this sort of money would deter Los Blancos from making a move. The report shares that Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester City, Arsenal, and Manchester United are all seriously evaluating making a move for the centre-back, with Real Madrid now dropping out of the race. This means that all of Real's attention will be on Konate and Dayot Upamecano, which is why the Reds may have forced Xabi Alonso's hand in his pursuit of the Anfield defender. Liverpool getting rid of Ibrahima Konate feels like the best thing to do at the moment. Although most fans wouldn't want to lose another one of their players to the La Liga outfit, with the way that Konate has been playing this term, it feels like they'd be doing Liverpool a favor. As mentioned, the Frenchman has been one of the Reds' worst players this season and, at the moment, it doesn't feel likely that things are going to get any better. That is, especially since there's no competition for his place in Arne Slot's starting 11 aside from Joe Gomez. Indeed, Liverpool are still sitting at the top of the Premier League table, but, With the way things have gone over the last week or so, it's unclear whether it'll end up staying like that. At the moment, it's anyone's guess what could happen in the next couple of transfer windows, but if things continue in this downward spiral, some changes will certainly have to be made. Liverpool draw up Michael Ollis transfer plan after failed Chelsea move. A new update on Liverpool transfer target Michael Ollis has emerged after Chelsea failed to sign him last summer, with Arne Slot's team still being linked to the Bayern Munich star. Michael Ollis of Bayern Munich. Liverpool are reportedly willing to spend big on Michael Ollis next summer. The former Chelsea academy player left Crystal Palace for £50.7 million to join Bayern Munich last summer after seeing a return to Stamford Bridge collapse. The West Londoners had verbally agreed personal terms with the player and were prepared to meet his £35 million release clause. But they wouldn't have been in that position if the club hadn't parted ways with him at the age of 14. In Germany, Ollis has gone on to score 25 goals and provide 29 assists in just 64 appearances to date. Several clubs have monitored his development in Germany, with Bild reporting that Liverpool could look to secure a move for him next summer and are drawing up a plan to sign the winger. Ollis is described as the perfect fit to succeed Mohamed Salah at Anfield. Chelsea, meanwhile, are said to be open to a move, with Enzo Maresca's side always on the lookout for fresh talent. However, Bayern are reportedly preparing a new deal for the France international. Ollis is currently under contract at the Allianz Arena until the summer of 2029 and reportedly does not have a release clause. Although he is not thought to be among Bayern's highest earners, the club can afford to offer Ollis a lucrative contract. The report adds that Bayern plan to secure his long-term future with a contract extension until 2031, coupled with a significant salary increase. Manager Vincent Kompany has already made it clear that he hopes to rely on the winger for many years to come. We generally don't talk about contract details. Our aim is that Michael will stay at FC Bayern for a long time, he said in the summer. He's an exceptional talent. I see total calmness in Michael. He comes up to us because he wants to get even better. He's now won things for the first time, but he has to keep going. I hope he can make further progress and that the Bayern fans will get joy from him for a long time. Arne Slot delivers Alexander Isak reality check ahead of Liverpool versus Chelsea. Alexander Isak has been handled carefully since his blockbuster transfer to Liverpool, and Arne Slot has explained why it will still be some time before fans see the best of him. Arne Slot says it will take time for Alexander Isak and his new Liverpool teammates to get on the same wavelength. Arne Slot insists that it will take time for Alexander Isak to adjust to his new Liverpool teammates as the Reds' record £125 million summer signing continues to find his feet at Anfield. Isak was a second-half substitute in the 1-0 loss to Galatasaray on Tuesday night, but could be set for a starting role against Chelsea on Saturday depending on HUGO EKITIKE's fitness, with the Frenchman having to be withdrawn through injury in Istanbul. The Sweden international has been carefully managed since moving from Newcastle, where he was training alone during pre-season. And while much has been made over Isak's fitness, Slot has warned everybody that the striker will have to build up an understanding with his teammates and vice versa once he's fully fit and firing, and that means it could be some time before Liverpool fans see him at his very best. I said to him the difficult thing is you will have your appearances, but if you add minutes together it probably won't be more than 90 minutes, Slot said in his press conference on Friday. That's what we inherited from his situation at Newcastle. We knew this before, so it's not an excuse. The main thing is he has to adjust to his teammates and they have to adjust to him. He had a great counter moment against Palace, but the midfield didn't see it. These are the things that they have to work on, but that's been harder than last season because of Alexander, Alexis Mac Allister, Connor Bradley, and playing DOMINIK SZOBOSZLAI.